Hey. Thanks for the resub down, Chris. Appreciate it. Go. Let's just go. Ooh, tail. I love lasers. Favorite shot type in all Touhou. We'll see how I play today. I am on 2 days in a row of suboptimal sleep, but I am also hopped up on caffeine right now, so see how the trade-off is. Oh, I walked right into it. Let me... My leg is killing me right now. Pair of jeans is slightly tighter than the other ones, and it wouldn't be an issue. But it rubs against the itchy spots on my legs and just causes it to itch more. I often sit with my right leg down and my left leg cross, which is a problem because it causes my cross leg to rub. The pant leg of my crossed leg, which is my left leg, to rub against my skin and be itchy. Now, if I sat the other way, it'd be fine, but that's uncomfortable to me. I'm struggling. Yo, what up, 11? Hope you're doing well. And I appreciate when you post art like this that's tame and very cute and not questionable. You always post cute art. Cute is subjective. And I would subjectively disagree with your take. Okay, hold on. These jeans are fine for work, but I gotta put on shorts right now. Yeah, gotta let the legs breathe. Ooh. That's a little tight. Neato. Holy shit, we're on stage 2. Parse. Day the stars align. Well, it'd be a shame if it was today, because it's kind of been cloudy all day, so I don't think I could see the stars once it gets dark enough. I live rural enough in the U.S. that you can see stars. Like, I live near a big city where everything is... The sky is polluted where you can't see stars, but... I don't think I'm getting any tonight. Just had massive snowstorm back on Sunday into Monday. And then it was sunny through yesterday, but today's just been, today's been cloudy. At least it's been fairly warm, though. I think it's summer. I'm not much of a... I have a sister who loved astronomy and stuff and loved that type of thing. She got a pretty solid telescope. But, never been my cup of tea. I can appreciate it, especially as I've gotten older, going outside and stuff like that, and enjoying nice views, but... Stargazing has never been my cup of tea. Although, who knows? Maybe that's just because I haven't had people to go stargazing with. Like, none of my friends are particularly into it, but... long none. Or that wasn't a none, that was a long spell. But I feel like if I were to enjoy it, it would be more about the company of who I go with rather than the activity of actually stargazing. Okay, give me some good lasers. Very generous. I don't think I actually had to move at all. You know, that laser section could be infinitely worse if Yugi, instead of shooting around you, shot at you with those Mentos. Because fortunately, she shoots around you. So... it's not really... So she doesn't force you to move. But if she shot at you and forced you to constantly move, that would suck. Read your horoscope message after I'm done with Yugi. Sometimes you can just kind of play middle bound on Mount Uwu. Sometimes you gotta play to the fundamentals of going corner to corner. Aries horoscope for the day. I hate to break it, but you said my Aries horoscope. Joke's on you, I'm a Pisces. Just moving on from certain patterns. Yeah, let's go find some new strats. I mean, I've kind of attained 2 new strats from watching some people on stage 5. It's just slight renditions of old strats. But I started doing that, like, a few days ago. Although, are like, is the Aries horoscope like a daily thing, or is that like a weekly thing? Or a monthly thing? I don't know how that works. You're gonna have to... Also, you misspelled says. Well, the S-A-I-S, so, checkmate. Oh, that was not the most pleasant. It's got awful karma this month. How does that work? What, is it just the month after I was born, so screw me? But the month of your birthday, you have good luck. Slightly suboptimal. Like, so I'm a little hyper right now, so I'm a little jumpy. And I'm jumping the gun on my movement there. Turns out taking a bunch of caffeine to offset not getting a ton of sleep the past 2 nights may or may not be optimal. While we're at Satori. Ooh. Game lagging on Satori. This neck's a cool attack. I kissed the inside of that Mentos. I didn't know how to go through that. I got fogged. It was a weird angle coming down in the first place. Well, what are you gonna do? That was a greedy cut. Oh, damn it. I had the first part, but then I just lost sight of myself. Woo! Wasn't high enough. I forgot to go there immediately anyway, so... Probably learning a new strat is you gotta get the muscle memory down to do it. There's the triple spin. There's the triple spin. I mean, it's probably slightly better than the previous strat. I don't think it's that much better. It is definite. I feel confident saying it's slightly more optimal. If I get better at spinning, like getting more comfortable, I think the difference might be close to 10%. I think right now it's probably closer to like a 3 to 5% difference in cap rate, which is good. Ooh, that was really suspect, wasn't it? Unfortunate. Almost a perfect orange. The final catches you. It doesn't, like, seem as bad as some things, and then it just a little tight with its timings, and all it takes is a single messed up timing. To make it kind of wonky. But at the end of the day, of course, that's going to be the case for most attacks. Or a lot of harder attacks. It is incredible how much graze you get in the last stages of this game. Figure out which game has the most bullets. Clearly the answer for which game is the hardest. Well, by that logic, Sho doesn't actually shoot, like, the most amount of bullets. So she must not actually be that difficult. I don't know who shoots the most bullets, but I feel like Oku's gotta be up there. Just because, like, this non and the third non are just out of bullets. Welcome to everybody's favorite slot machine, brought to you by Oku. She just decided to piss on my face immediately. Wow, that was awful. The only answer was to rush there, like... Okay, that was a mistake on my part. That was still disgusting. Sometimes UNR giveth, and most of the time it taketh. Sometimes I get caught up thinking, maybe UNR isn't the second hardest attack in the run. And then UNR reminds me why it's the second hardest attack in the run. Why would you do that? Oh, man. I was reading it so well, but then she just clumped me on the left. "40-second peta, by the way. That's peta, third is sub-sun, definitely. I don't know if I'd say peta is even the third hardest attack in the run. It's debatable. It's also kind of biased. You know, it's also kind of opinion-based. What someone finds as the hardest attack might vary from what other people find is harder. Some people are better at different things. I think I put Sub-Sun in the top 10. But I think that's mostly just because it's so long that there's a lot of opportunity to die. Peta's top 5, but whether it's 3rd, 4th, or 5th is kind of debatable to me. That's one thing that can make or break a lot of attacks, is just how long it is. Like, all you have to do is make Cats Walk a good 10 seconds longer, and suddenly it's one of the top attacks in all of Touhou. Probably. But Cats Walk kind of gets away from, like, the top of the top, just because it's not that long. It's not that short attacks can't be difficult, it's just that there's an inherent difficulty from longness. I mean, look at two of the hardest parts in Touhou are shorter than Cats Walk. Both the books and Spam are shorter than Cats Walk. Yeah, that was what, a 7 miss? Oh, speed up's working today. Okay, I'll do another. I gotta move some laundry and go pee. Give me a minute. You know, UNR is a bit of a problem. You know, Bad Luck Cats Walks almost feel more playable than Bad Luck UNRs. Maybe that's just because I need to play UNR more. Oh, yeah, I rushed so fast there. I know this is ironic coming from someone who just died to Fog Labyrinth, but at least my least favorite attacks in Fog Labyrinth and Subsun are, like, not the hardest attacks in the run. Huh? I didn't move. He's supposed to just die before he gets the chance to shoot. Like, I've died there just because I accidentally, like, tap and so you don't kill him fast enough. But, like, I don't know if I've died to that from just not moving. Because they're supposed to just, like, line up on top of you. Wow, look, he died. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Maybe I was just too far to the left and it kind of put him in a weird angle, and then... I mean, it's like that one time I died to frickin' Oran's second non because of who knows what. Hey, you know what the good news is, though? It's Thursday. And that means it's practically the weekend. Because Friday is my least busy work day of the week. On average. I don't want to jinx it, and the next thing you know, I've got a billion things going on tomorrow, but... It's actually a slight misstep, but it shouldn't matter. See. Oh, don't shoot. We gotta get our grades. Very important. Everyone knows the most important part about survival runs is the score. Now, as much as I don't care about score, and, my train of thought got derailed so fast. Even though I don't care about score, it's like, I do at least like having score option in games. Cool having it there. Although part of me does appreciate Touhou 19 not having score. Not because like I think they should remove score, but because there's no arbitrary score number that like makes me like, ooh, what if I try to min-max my grays here? Because it's completely meaningless in runs like this. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, what if I like graze this? It was like a PCB when I kept trying to border max. On like stage 1 and 2. I tried to get as many borders as I could. It was such a bad idea because it would get me killed, but it was a way to get through the early game sometimes. Turns out the better strategy is getting good. I did not love that. I didn't love the opening to that Mount Uwu, but everything else was pretty considerate. I hate the LNNs. The LNNs are the hardest attack in the game, confirmed. Oh, I shouldn't have been in the middle there. Okay, spider. You're just trying to bully me there. Where do I get older Touhou games? Usually my go-to is, the Mariah Shrine. Especially if you're looking for, like, PC98, because, like, nowadays you can get a lot of things on Steam, but there's, like, I think, like, 8 and older you can't find on Steam, so, like, if you want to get them, you gotta find them through some off-site, and the Mariah Shrine is usually the best go-to for places like that. Although they have been they moved servers recently, so they're still moving some files around, but I believe all the, I think all the mainline Touhou games are already back up there. But how many other places are, like, you can really... I wonder if there's any other good, like, host sites that people, distribute Touhou games on. So at least nowadays, if you're looking... If you're not looking to pirate things... At least, like, a lot of the games are on Steam, but... Well, yeah, it turns out, you know, just because, you know, a game isn't USD or LOL-K, the two, like, hardest games in the series, doesn't mean they're bad. Crazy concept. Some people equate difficulty to fun, and I am someone who tries to challenge myself, to be fair. I am a lunatic player and also an LNN grinder, so... a different step up compared to some people, but thank goodness I didn't have to dodge that first wave of flowers. Holy crap, she gave me such a weird, one of those stupid walls. But actually, wait, I'm sorry. That's not the mindset I should have. The correct mindset is you play on easy mode. Oh, wow, what a loser. Imagine not being able to 1cc a game blindfolded. I'm surprised I didn't die there. I deserve that. Too easy just to slog the playthrough. That's fair, but it also, you know, different people have different skill levels, right? So low on power, this run's over. GG. We're never gonna have max power going into Stage 2. It's over. It matters so much. It doesn't. Pretty sure I could literally have under 3.0 power going into Yamame, and it really wouldn't matter. Yeah, I feel like the only like real risk with it is like if people, because some people only play the hardest things possible. Wow, I'm low on power. Mine's 3. It's over. I think as long as people are careful not to discourage newer / worse players at Touhou, which I've seen before. Not the common, but I've seen before. That is a nice thing about Touhou. It's like no matter its difficulty from like easy / normal 1cc's all the way up to like this, it's like there's always like something you can grind for, something you can play for. That's like to your level. Now I could argue maybe this is above my level, and you're really pushing to try to play up, but. It is always nice to have some challenge that's like really hard. As long as people are able to separate it from the other gameplay and not demean others' accomplishments because of it. TD, I like TD, but I'm also in a weird category where I generally like all the Touhou games. Like 2 and 19 are kind of the two that I'm a little hesitant about. But even then, there's aspects to them that I like. It also depends on where you look, because you can find people complaining about everything. You could find people who will complain about every single Touhou game. It sucks. True. And Desire is more like Turd Desire. Ha! I didn't spend the longest on TD, but I really like the Fudo fight. Seigo is a bit annoying, and I didn't spend enough time on Nico to get like a strong opinion of how much I like her, but I really like the Stage 5 in 10 Desires. That's one thing I remember well from that game. Remember, Stage 2 was Kyoko's a bit of a rat bastard. Why'd I stop shooting? This isn't the next attack. Kyoko's a bit of a rat bastard. I liked Stage 3 outside of the questionable Yoshika healing mechanic, and I really liked Stage 5. I liked Stage 6, but I didn't play it enough to have a strong opinion of it. But if there's anything that TD has going for it, it's that, true administration is straight fire, and Mamizo's theme is, I forget the name of that one. It's like Futatsuwa or whatever, like the set, I forget the name of it. But that theme, so is it Sato from something? Shit, I forget the name of that theme. Excited to pretty hype. Oh, yeah. Pretty weak. Miko's theme is... It's not my favorite Stage 6 boss theme, but it's definitely, like, top 5. Oh, I love that theme. Maybe Puppet Dance Performance has helped my opinion on that theme a lot, too, because Puppet Dance has a beautiful, beautiful rendition of Miko's theme. I love the piano version of that theme. That's what from Sato or something? Yeah, I love the Mamizo's theme as well. Now, the Mamizo fight is I'm a little more iffy on, because, if I have to deal with those fucking human-shaped bullets again, I'm gonna lose my mind. Why does she have those? Why do none of her bullets make sense? Why can't she just shoot normal bullets like every other character? Bar a couple. At least she doesn't have the music notes that the next game had with it. 500 catwalks, better yet. 2,000 something. Actually, I'm getting close to like 3,000 catwalks. I think I'm probably close to like 2,800. Although I don't know if I'm in a position where I want to be grinding 100 sets of catwalk. I'm closer to grinding 100 sets of Satori spells. Needles of Yore. And UNR than I am catwalk at this point. Now, I know I've died to catwalk like 3 times in a row on runs, but you know. BK catwalk. It also just helps that, like, I love catwalk. Especially in practice. Like, in runs, it's a bit stressful, but I do enjoy it. But, like, catwalk is a very fun spell. It's really difficult. It's fast-paced. It's relatively quick. But it doesn't feel like that bullshit. Like, a lot of the really harsh attacks I do enjoy, broadly speaking, although they usually have some level of kind of coarse and buttery. But there's just something about catwalk that makes it so fun. Shoddy. I didn't trust the gap between those two bubbles at one point. Now, which 2 bubbles I'm referring to, you have to go back, because there's a lot of bubbles in that attack. I love the LNNs. I love the LNNs. I don't like this attack. I've commented before, but the reason I don't like this attack is it's an attack that feels like it should be free. But then you die like 10% of the time, and it's like it feels really bad. This is what you said being normal boss. Yeah, that's my problem with with Mamizo. Speaking of TD's, I feel like I remember really liking Ten Desire's menu theme, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. Although Touhou in general across the games tend to have pretty good banging. Like every Touhou game tends to have a banger, if not more. that PCB SMH my head. I'll still stand by. I think PCB is in the running for me for being the best music game. Although when it comes, I shouldn't talk right now. Oh, I didn't rush that part there. That's good. Although I will always forever be on team, not that I dislike the theme, I do really like it, but I will always be on team Necrofantasy over Necrophantasia. For me. Can we get a ban of Alan in the chat, please? Remember, the rule of the internet is if you're here, you're a good person unless you disagree with me, and if you disagree with my opinions, that makes you a bad person. So, off with his head. Because clearly, I should. I don't know, I'm just a piano fan. I didn't know how to read that for a second. Improv! Hitbox! Oh, my heart! That was one of the most stressful freaking demon braids I've ever had in my life. Good grief. That attack is a heart attack. I don't like this setup. Okay, she hit me. I don't like this. I've ever talked about how much I don't like fog. Okay, well we got out of it this time, unlike earlier. Hard attack or hard attack, but it's an attack that ranges from being a medium attack to a hard attack, depending on what she likes to throw at you, and it's a hard attack. The stage theme versus Phantasm theme. I don't have as much of an opinion on that one. But it's also been a lot longer since I heard the Phantasm stage theme. After I got every Lunatic 1cc, I went, before I started PCB LNN grind, I went back to get the extra NN for that game, but I never went to do the Phantasm one. I just want to get the extra one. Because the PCB extra stage is one of the most, like, nostalgic parts of Touhou to me. Like, it was the second game I played, and Ron's final was, like, one of my favorite experiences in all of Touhou. It's like, when you get there on, like, no lives pace, you know, back, and I had, like, one bomb, and, like, try to, like, clutch it out. I love that attack. I just have not been good at catwalk as of late. Been disappointing. Oh well, what are you gonna do? So let's get absolutely. I'm gonna time it out to skip popcorn. You don't actually have to time it out to skip popcorn. Actually, well, if you time out everything on the Orin mid boss, you actually skipped like some of that streaming section. I feel like if you time out Catwalk, you actually skip like the entirety of it. I don't know that for a fact, but I know I've actually skipped the opening part of that streaming section before on accident. So you may be able to skip the entirety of that, but that's why I timed down the 2 times, though. I don't time them out, of course, but I timed them down so you skip the popcorn. Pretty much all streaming, yeah. I could try to time down the nons more than I actually do, but I don't like that because the timing of when I time them down, if I cap Catwalk, is enough to give you about a 1-second break into the streaming section. The triple! Awkward timing. Oh, Alan, did you know that on this attack, homing can kill you? I've had it happen before. Once. Literally once. I've done that attack many a times. But one time, this was like a week or 2 ago, I'm just doing that attack in the middle of a run, in the same spot. Like, I looked it back, and I just can't tell. I've never been able to recreate it. But the homing bullets was enough to, like, stray to the side and kill one of the spirits. I've never been able to recreate it. Besides the one time it happened. Where I'm just in the dead middle of the screen shooting at her. But the homing bullets hit her and then they loop over to the side. They never killed the spirits, but I had it happen once. Just once. My positioning wasn't particularly different than normal. It just happened. Damn, 2 in a row. Yep. Problem with dying early is you die again to this. Well, that's a problem. That's a second run today where I had a perfect Orin and then I died to the final. Because you can't escape the one miss Orin problems. They'll always follow you. Yeah, it happened. The problem is I couldn't recreate it. I should go back and get a clip of it, and then I can find it on my computer. I have the VOD saved on YouTube. I can just go find a clip of it and send it to you in TRS, in the TRS Discord, because I don't know. I can't recreate it. Oops, this is perfectly fine. Instead of sending the full clip, I'll probably just find what VOD it is on YouTube and then time stamp it to you. Or some, we'll see. I also have to remember to do that, but... Fortunately, it's not like I was on... Oh, shit, that was an accident. Fortunately, it's not like it was on pace or anything. So it's not like that death was the end of the world. Hi, Bird. They move? Do they really? That might be somehow related to what happened. I didn't know they moved. It doesn't look like they moved. But I guess I'm never looking at the spirits on that knot too. You know, sometimes she's just incredibly generous on UNR. Holy shit, sometimes she just gives you, like, just the easiest possible UNR you've ever seen. Which is good in contrast to the earlier UNR. That was just pure dog shit. Yes. Yeah. The peta was fine until the very end. It was fine until the last, like, 4 seconds. Unfortunately, that is sometimes just enough to kill you, but... not today. Or at least not this run. Whee! What's the method to read Burden on 2? Go to where the second E is an enemy, and you're going to be lined up properly. Like, you want to be, like, just on the left side of it. If she goes too low, you can still dodge it, but sometimes I like to dodge up just to be safe. Yeah, so I don't like the high strat for, I don't like the up top strat for Oku non. Wait, did you ask about non 2 or non 3? I'm only doing it at a glance. Reading chat while playing Hakumak is not easy. So forgive me for my sins if I messed up. Guess about non 2. Ah, you did. That's about non 2. Non 2 is. You just gotta know the direction she's going, and just kind of play to the opposite of that, because it'll give you the biggest gaps, like, behind her on the bottom, and then you can just kind of follow the top of the screen after the first wave. And then you cut back to the middle, and she's about to do the bubbles, and then you just kind of stream left and right there. You know, Oku is really similar to Yomu, in which all of her difficulty is, like, where, like, 90% of her difficulty is thrown into 2 attacks. 2 very difficult attacks, but they're all just thrown into 2 attacks. Not bad. I mean, it's a 5 miss. It was a disappointing stage 5, because it was 5 miss stage 5, but it was a perfect, perfect Oku. Marissa shots are cool. SMH Marissa players. SMH. I don't think I have a replay for that. Oh, that Orin non 2 death. I'm not gonna hop for it right now. How long have I been going? An hour and a half. I can do another. In a second. I'll breathe. Stage 5 mid-nons. Oh yeah, you can safe spot them as Reimu, but it doesn't work for Marissa, right? I still haven't figured out the safe spots for them. Yeah, I feel like I remember hearing that. Actually, I think Altair was the one who mentioned it at one point to me. Oops. You're supposed to make sure you're on the left there and kill that big fairy. My biggest issue with the stage 5 Midnons, I'm not a big fan of those attacks. Like I said, I love Catswalk, but I don't really like those Midnons. Like, the blue one I don't like because, like, the time down strat tends to work very consistently most of the time. The issue is just, like, if you do the attack normally, it's fine as long as she doesn't give you, like, really bad luck with, like, where, like, the waves overlap going into the next one. Like, it can be pretty tight, and that's a little gross. It's more than manageable, but it's gross, and I don't like that. It's kind of like a, see how tight the wave is? Question mark? And, Non 2 kind of feels like it's one of the... Non 2 feels like it should be harder than it actually is. But it still feels gross. Like, Non 2 I don't think would be a sweat, like, at all. If you didn't, like, want to time it down a bit. But, like, I'd rather time down Non 2 than do a bit of popcorn, so... Because, like, the first wave, it's pretty fair to, like, read it ahead of time during that brief pause you have, but you kind of can't read, like, waves 2 and 3 ahead of time when you're trying to time down, so it's a little... It's not that bad, it's just awkward. I mean, I don't time it down all the way, of course, but I do bring it to the start of the 4th wave. I actually used to kill it slightly earlier than that, but since I've been doing the 1 second faster strat on Catswalk, I've realized that if I don't do that, I actually get like 6 to 8 popcorn spirits. Like, if it was just 1 or 2, I probably wouldn't care. But, like, I can get, like, 6 to 8 popcorn spirits if I'm not careful. Oops, I was on the wrong spot. How am I gonna recover from this? Popcorn streams. Well, I won't. If I get a bunch of popcorn, in fact, if I get any popcorn, I won't do the right wall strat. Although I'm still pretty new and trying to like get a feel for the right wall strat. But I'm trying that if I don't have popcorn, I can do the right wall strat. Even if I do, I can, but it's a lot more awkward. So until I'm used to it more, I will try to avoid it. Even if it's only like 1 or 2 popcorn. With the 6 to 8 popcorn spirits, I could do the left to right strat. Although it's a little bit sketchy because sometimes like those small pebbles just get right in your way at the awkward time. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it's sometimes even 6 to 8 popcorn spirits is just fine. It's one of those things that you see all the spirits like, oh, this is gonna suck. And then it usually does. But sometimes it's like, what if we're fine? So paranoid on Percy Spell 1. What if she's absolutely disgusting? I guess it's another underestimated hard part about LNNs and stuff, because you get a lot of like these early game attacks that are like tend to be pretty free, but they have those like 1 in 50 crits or something that you see, and like I mean sometimes it's you just messing up, of course, but sometimes they just have those like random crit rolls. And it makes you feel really bad when you die, but sometimes it's just the way it is. Maybe sometimes it's worse than 150 crit roll. I'm kind of exaggerating with that number a bit, but random crit. I know. What do they think this is? Fire Emblem? That's an H in my head. Not the Venus game. Oh, I know. But the point isn't really what's the worst game when it comes down to crit rolls and bad luck and just getting bad luck on attacks. It's just the fact that that exists in literally every game, I feel. It's like sometimes you'll get worse luck than others, and it makes you feel bad. Especially when you're not aware that it's bad luck. Like, that's another thing. Like I've begun to like be aware on attacks like Heartsea Spell 1, like when she does something really gross. But like when I'm not aware that, hey, this is like a known thing that like some people might die to once in a blue moon. Like Yamame not one. It feels really bad because it's like, oh, this attack feels like it should be free and I'm just messing up. Like, you know, sometimes it's a little gross. Not that. And, I mean, even then, it's usually still your fault. You could probably play around it, but... It's what I call the Sakuya issue. And, like, Sakuya is, like, the far more exaggerated version of this, of course, but, like... It's the Sakuya issue, where, like... You're good... Every time you play against Sakuya, if you're good enough, you're gonna cap something, for sure. Like, you're gonna probably have a good time on a couple of her attacks, but one of those attacks is just gonna shit in your face. Because something's gonna high roll. And she's the most exaggerated version because of, like, you know, the fact that she's disgusting and arguably make one of the hardest, if not the hardest, stage 5 boss in Touhou, but, like, at least in terms of LNN consistency, but, like, I can play against Sakuya, sure, it's probably partially because I have a fair bit of Sakuya experience, and cap some things. Like, literally in the 1cc that I did 2 runs to get back in, like, September or whatever it was. It's like I capped Killing Doll in, like, 1 or 2 other attacks. It's like, you're gonna cap, like, things of hers. But, like, you're gonna get just shat on. And as someone who doesn't have that fetish, I don't like it. That was not pleasant. Fortunately, the wave on the right was pretty forgiving. I've heard that before. That's why I say arguably the hardest. Arguably, if not the hardest. But you know how people are. Okay. I could, if I don't like, am like slightly ambiguous, if I'm like, yeah, Sakuya is probably the hardest stage 5 boss for LNN. You ever played against Clown Piece? What about Show? It's like, I'm just saying, like, maybe on average, you know, in my opinion. And then you're gonna have someone out there be like, I disagree. And then you have the not so fanatic that's sitting in the corner, just like, yeah, but she's not as difficult as Grudge Bow, Rage Phase Timeout. SMH my head. This is potentially very consistent. I mean, yeah, her nons are still disgusting, even if you can get better at them, like I was when I was hardcore grinding Clown Piece. I was obsessed with that fight. That is one of my favorite fights in all of Touhou. But, those first two nons and Star and Stripe are disgusting. The problem is Clown Piece suffers from the issue called the vertical boss problem. In which case, sometimes during, specifically on the nons, this isn't a case for the spell, but like sometimes she just moves up and you're like, oh, this is so nice. Oh, it's like I have so much room to read. This is beautiful. And then she like drops on the screen. You're like, this sucks. The move down syndrome, yeah. Tends to be a syndrome that plagues a lot of Touhou games. Turns out when the boss moves closer to you, she's scarier. Who'd have thunk? Yep. Okay, someone who got 1CCs in Touhou 1, I can confirm. I got both 1CCs in that game. Touhou 1 is actually surprisingly quite fun. I feel like that game would be awful to LNN. I don't know how Moo does it, but... Oh, you... Fuck you! I hate Fog. Why does Suika exist? Why did he have to make Fog and frickin' shoot the bullet? I didn't see it, but thanks for the follow, Craft Tech. Appreciate it. I hate Satori. I don't hate Satori. I hate Suika. Suika has never caused me nothing but pain. In 7.5, she caused me great pain. In 9.5, she caused me great pain. In 10.5, she caused me great pain. In this game, she causes me great pain. Actually, in 19, she's not that painful. At least when I was playing as Reimu. But to be fair, Reimu makes every character that's not Zanmu not that painful. Was she even in 14.3? Thanks for saying that. She probably was. I did not time that down. Well, guess we're doing normal stream stress. I gotta go back and do 100% of this attack. I lost my slip on it. Was that a 10er? Was that like 8? Oh, I should have gone further to the right there. Sobriety test. I haven't been drinking. Actually, that's not true. I have drank caffeine today, which I don't normally do. That's because I'm on 2 days in a row of like just under 7 hours of sleep. So like. When I was shopping earlier on my way back from work, I was like, I'll grab caffeine for today. I don't normally do it. I'll make an exception for once. The triple! Three in a row. Okay, we actually capped the final that time. It only took 3 attempts to get a perfect door in. Trying to get hypnotized challenge every time you do this attack. Just don't look at the middle of the screen whatever you do. So bright. Bow Waps are bound to catch up to me eventually. What's up, family team? Hope work hasn't been too cruel to you, since I haven't seen you in a hot minute. No, you can say family team. That was a good, that was a fairly lucky UNR, you can say. Or at least it just wasn't an unlucky UNR. On a run that's not on pace anyway, I'd rather die to Boap and then cap UNR. I'll take that trade. Almost. Oh, come on. The worst kind of pet of death. Not one where she walled you off, just one where you had to play around and you just didn't make it. Whee! Hitboxes. Okay, 4 miss. I'll take it. You know, was that 5 or 4? That was a 5. Yeah, that was 5. Whatever. 3 different runs. They were nuts, but they were all solid nonetheless. 3 different Neils of Yori caps on 3 runs is very nice. Well, it's been 2 hours. I'm gonna move to Devil Decline. I shouldn't play. Take what you get. There's always more.